I stumbled into soap making, honestly, by happenstance. It was the beginning of the pandemic in 2020. We were all confined to our houses, and I was just slowly running out of things to do. There's only so much internet you can browse. There's only so much Netflix you can watch before you just get to the point where you're like, I just need something else to do. And it just so happened that a good friend of mine, Justinian Dispenza, up in Galena, texted me randomly out of the blue with, hey man, you want to make some soap? And I got that text message and I was like, make soap? You can actually do that? So I had no idea what I was getting into. I said yes. Again, I was looking for something else to do, right? And ended up going up to Galena, and we just made soap in his front yard. It was a rustic setup, so the molds were actually made from just pieces of scrap wood. We found a folding table. We just collected pots and pans from around the house. And then we got our ingredients from the natural food store. Turns out soap it's all natural. You use a natural fat and an alkaline, mix it all together, pour it into your mold, boom, you have soap. So here I was thinking, there's no way this is gonna work. I'm just so used to going to the store and buying whatever product off the shelf. But my goodness, it worked. So the actual process of soap making turns out at that particular time in 2020, it fit exactly what I was looking for. It was something that I could do with my hands, and it was a really nice creative outlet. So making soap, it's very flexible, and it's also very accommodating. So you can quite literally use any type of natural fat, whether it's olive oil, whether it's tallow, whether it's coconut oil, pretty much any oil that's out there. You can mix it together and you get a slightly different result as well. You can have some bars that are just really nourishing. You can have others that are really cleansing. So it also kind of provided an additional creative outlet. We made several batches together, Justinian and I, and then individually in my own house, I made dozens of batches. So that, of course, brought us to a point where we just had so much soap. There's no way it would have taken a lifetime to use all the soap that we ended up making. So, what do you do? What do you do with all this extra product? And just started giving it away. Gave it away to friends, gave it away to family, and they all absolutely loved it. So, the entrepreneur in me is like, okay, clearly there's demand out there, right? What happens if we attach a price tag to it, right? So here I was giving soaps away, but I created a small website and attached a very nominal price to my soap, $3 per bar, and posted it on Facebook. Hey, I have soap for sale. If you want some, here's the link, and I'll even ship it to your door. And promptly sold out, promptly. So, naturally, again, the entrepreneurial in me is like, okay, well, clearly, I'm selling out. That means I am not meeting demand. Let's make more product and, let's raise the prices again. So $3 slowly turned into $4, $4 turned into $5. And I just kept selling out of products, just left, right, and center. So, that is all the validation that one would need to say, okay, let's actually pursue this as a business venture. So I really needed additional levels of validation before officially doing this as a business venture. So I ended up putting together a little gift box of all of my products, and figured, okay, what is the most outrageous amount of money that I can charge for this to give me that highest level of validation to actually pursue it as a business venture. So I thought a little bit and said $100. If people spent $100 on a package of handmade soap, then I would be crazy to not pursue this as a business venture. And posted it on the website, let people know that it was for sale, and sold out. So at that time, I was like, fine. If I can sell soap for $100, then I can actually turn this into a business venture. And that's when Friendly Goods Company was born. The overall brand of Friendly Goods really kind of came together slowly over time. Just like Shore Studios, I created a brand that was generic enough that I could take it in multiple directions. So, for instance, drone photography wasn't in my business brand. It was Shore Studios. Studios can mean anything, right? And I wanted to use that same concept for Friendly Goods Company. Well, it's goods. Goods are anything, right? So I also wanted to kind of give myself that flexibility from a brand perspective to actually be able to sell a variety of things within the body care and skincare space specifically. So I wanted a business name that was generic enough that I could grow it. And I also wanted a business name that really kind of, incorporated my characteristics and attributes. And also really summed up just the overall experience of getting into the hobby of soap making and then turning soap making into a business. And that's kind of where the friendly comes from. So, Friendly Goods Company. So that was the brand concept, and everything else came together honestly. Launching a business today in 2022 and 2023, it's it's so easy. You have so many creatives at your fingertips, not only in Chestertown, but all around the world. There are so many platforms that people can tap into to get access to amazing talent.